Alright, guys, we're back yet again. We're going to be talking about Tracker Season 3, the finale, also the whole season as well. But this entire season was pretty much still Coulter digging into his father's past, finding out more about his father, and even Russell helping as well. And with this finale, it left a lot of more unanswered questions of, okay, with Coulter and Russell saving these two kids, did it really help, or are they even going to be able to, stop whatever is happening? Because again, with them saving these two kids, and then of course Russell going rogue, and then Coulter being able to do something as well, it makes me wonder exactly what is going to happen to the point of why what was in this file? What was in this file that Coulter does not need to know? What did Russell see? What did their father apparently do to Coulter to where Russell wants it buried, and now he has to make a deal with this black site, leader, to where it's like, okay, you do this, you ain't got to look over your shoulder for the rest of your life. You're able to do this, you're able to do that. And now he's able to, he's got to do whatever to keep Coulter safe. And now at the same time, he only told Rennie, so it makes me wonder how long is Rennie going to be able to keep her mouth shut and not say nothing to Coulter, and at the same time where she's going to want answers as well. And is there going to be a point where Russell maybe bit off more than he can chew, because a lot of his contacts are either no longer he owes them more now, or they're even, or will we see him again? And obviously, with Jensen wanting to be on the show more, that's cool. And now he's going to be, doing Vought as well, and how much more he may be willing to do with Tracker as well. It leaves a lot of unanswered questions. And does Coulter have this ability like these kids do with being able to, either astral project or have this, intuition, or whatever the case of it is? Because again, Coulter has this, I guess maybe he has this ability of like, he can just tell when someone's not telling the whole story or not telling the whole truth. And that could be one of his abilities. I don't know. Maybe his father was trying to put more on that, because when he said, "Oh, that's BS," like it makes me wonder exactly what was in this file. So again, they're probably going to push that more into the upcoming season, and then also with the whole thing of Rennie really went through a huge character progression as well, with her PTSD, with what happened to her in one of the latest episodes, and then her, you know, drinking and getting with different people, and then also focused on work and among other things. So it makes me wonder, did we see everything from Rennie thus far? And then of course, we still have the assistant that works for her. We got Randy, we got everybody else. So it seems like that they're going to keep the same team. I know other people were upset with the different ones that they were coming in to either replace or be able to get better ones. But honestly, I think this team works out a little bit better, in my personal opinion. I didn't have an issue with the ones previously. It just seems like that this works better for the show. And I'm not sure exactly where they're taking the show, because it seems like it was always, this whole thing of the way Tracker is, this thriller, this crime drama, this mystery, trying to find people, what the story is about these people, and Coulter meeting different associates along the way, the one that's a cop, the one that was able to take these other two people and these kids, be able to give them new identities, which, he's helped this person before. And of course, with the issues that Rennie and his organization had with, getting in bed with this other one, that she is very powerful and somewhat of a lawyer as well. So I'm kind of wondering if we're going to get more cases from her, and if she's going to be more of a threat. And is there something going on with her and Rennie? Because again, if you guys can just tell, that the one blonde, I can't remember her name, it seems like maybe she has a thing for Rennie. I don't know. Or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's my own mind playing tricks on me. I don't know. But I've asked other people to watch the show, and they do agree with me on that. So I'm just kind of wondering exactly what they're going to do. And I notice how they are playing the tension with Rennie, with both brothers, that they're playing it with Russell and her. They're playing it with Coulter and her, because of obviously how close Coulter and her are. And then also at the same time how close her and Russell are getting. And with Russell being able to trust her with, hey, just don't tell Coulter, tell him, I'm just going off the grid for a while, all this, that, and the other. So it makes me wonder, how many missions is Russell going to have to do to basically not only save himself, but also save Coulter, and be able to keep this secret buried? And will it be able to keep buried? And this is possibly going to cause more issues with him and Coulter as well. So there's a lot of unanswered questions I think this season did well with being able to mix different cases for different episodes, but at the same time be able to have where they're wanting answers about their father, being able to kind of close the book with their mom a little bit to show that their father wasn't always a good man, that he did have his issues. He was paranoid. He had paranoia. He had a lot of anxiety, a lot of PTSD from things that he saw when he was working for this company, and it makes me wonder other things that occurred, especially with how badly this black site was with these people doing these tests on these kids to use them as military assets. So again, what do you guys think of the latest season of Tracker, and what do you think is going to happen in the next season? I mean, because there's a lot to discuss and a lot of theorization in here as well. So let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.